that's according to the Nation's Restaurant News in 2012 by Brandu. When people share one thing in common, it tends to bring more out of the interests. Sharing the same food can cause people to care more about each other. Some people feel foolish when cooking, and an example of that is from Real Simple by Welch in 2011. Ashley, who had submitted this article, said that when she was younger, she was punished for not cooking well by her mother, so that was a very negative effect on her, so she didn't do that as she got older and didn't do that for her children. A lot of casual meals are typical these days. They're not as healthy, they are frozen, and they're not as good overall. There's not as much care being put into them, meaning there's not as much care coming out of them. That's according to Saxelby in 1997. Excuse me. Our next point is cheap food buys more. The cheaper the food, the more people buy. If you go to a restaurant and you're looking at the prices, you're going to go with the cheaper one, even though it might not be the healthy option. Fast food companies feel that if they can make food cost less, then they will be more likely to get people to buy it. That's from Make It Cheaper Economist in 2003. Because of the price, the less regulated a country, the cheaper the Big Mac is. So you want more for your buck. In America, soft drinks, which used to come in 8 ounces, then came available in 12 ounces, and now are available in 20-ounce sizes. So we're drinking a much larger portion than we used to. Fast food restaurants are taking advantage of grocery stores. So when grocery stores raise their prices, fast food places will also raise their prices because of the food cost, but not as much, making the fast food cheaper. There are creative ways to get around this, though, to make the fast food or to make the at-home meals cheaper. At an individual level, just with your homes, you can create simple meals like soups and stews. These are cheap, they're also easy to make, and they come full of flavor. You can use locally grown foods, which is cheaper and healthier. Leftovers is great. A lot of people don't go for leftovers, but it is also a cheap way to go. You can have good seasonal cooking, and it works with kids, and it is very simple. Another creative way to get the family involved is to create games. You involve everyone for the whole part of the meal. Watch sales on groceries. A lot of people do couponing these days. And eat whatever the store is offering. So when you're going grocery shopping, make sure you eat before and walk through the store and see what they have to offer for the sale. Maybe that's what you're going to be making for dinner this week. Plan conversations for dinner. Try to get a little bit ahead on what you might be talking about if you're not used to the dinner table. That'll help the conversation flow a lot more easily. On a corporate level, managing prices, especially if you work in a place that offers food, these are some great tips. Charge smaller amounts for foods that are unhealthy, or charge larger amounts for foods that are unhealthy and smaller amounts for foods that are healthier to try to encourage your customers to do what they should be doing for themselves. Support healthy lifestyles. Grocery stores need to have good promotions and sales too. If they get their sales out, then people are going to follow their sales. It's just like Ronald Reagan said way back when. All great change in America begins at the dinner table. So today, we've looked at the health styles of eating at the dinner table, how it can help your family and their relationships, and we've also looked at how we can improve the prices. The good news is that there are so many solutions to these problems that are causing Americans to get such a bad reputation across the entire world. Your children's future depends on it. Where do you stand when it comes down to eating at the dinner table?